Winter weather conditions such as the deep freeze that we're experiencing this week could be really dangerous to those who live with Alzheimer's or dementia. And joining us for today's Aging in Place is April Jones, CEO and Care Coordinator for Life Care Coordinators. Good morning, April. Thank you, first of all, for braving the very cold conditions out there this morning to come in and chat with us today. We really do appreciate it.
Yes.
It seems like that all of us know someone personally who is struggling with Alzheimer's or dementia. We have some kind of connection. It's so prevalent. How many people are we talking about here in our towns?
In the United States, we're talking about, let's see, 6 million Americans living with Alzheimer's and more than 11 million friends and family that are unpaid caregivers for them. So we're talking about quite a bit of people that are impacted by this disease for sure.
Exactly. And of course, you know, it's a lot of stress on caregivers. It can be stressful for people who are, you know, starting to, I guess, enter that phase. And, you know, that can be a very frightening thing. And of course, you know, with winter weather, a lot of it, you know, got to stay inside, off the roads. People can't always get the services that they normally get.
Yes.
What are some things that family members and caregivers need to keep in mind to help keep their loved ones safe this
Yeah,
winter?
absolutely. So it's really important, all the things that Leo talks about, right? So being prepared, making sure that you have your winter checklist together. You know, we can lose power at any time. That's very difficult for someone with Alzheimer's and dementia. You know, that sundowning is really a difficult time, and if, you know, our winter months are getting dark sooner, it's just going to really create challenges for them. You know, so just being prepared for that storm that's going to come, you know, and making sure that we have all the needed necessities in the home. I know it's hard for caregivers, you know, they're the primary person there and they can't leave their person alone. So really investigating, you know, some respite time, a caregiver that can come in and cover for you while you go out and get all of those necessities and things like that to be safe. You know, one thing that it's important to take a look at is helping your loved one with Alzheimer's bundle up. You know, they don't really sometimes have the wherewithal to know that it's,
even if they're really cold, they don't always know that?
Well, it's really, you know, they know it's really cold.
Right, but not how to necessarily fix the problem.
Right, but just like we're here in the warm studio, they're in their warm home. So sometimes they lose track of going outside. You know, it's really important to cover all of, you know, as much skin as possible. Make sure that they dress in, you know, comfortable layers, and make sure that they have that hat and glove and scarf to go out and be safe. You know, if you can change any, you know, appointments so they don't have to go out, you know, I think it's important to prepare for that too. You know, if you can change any of those things that aren't a necessity, it's really important.
Yeah, exactly, and keep them, you know, inside and safe. The whole idea of sundowning, talk a little bit about that, what that is.
So that's a time when, especially in this time of year, you know, where it's getting dark sooner. We need to try to make our daylight last. You know, little tips like, well, and with Alzheimer's, your visual perception changes as well. So a lot of the time, this can cause increased confusion and disorientation in like dark, shadowy environments. So again, opening those shades as often as possible, taking as much of the light in as you can possibly get for them. Also tips like turn your indoor lights on earlier. You know, trying to minimize that time where the sun's going down and just create this environment of, you know, lots of light to keep them from going into that time as, you know, as quickly as possible. And then also, I mean, turning on or having motion detector lights so that it lights up a hallway. Again, with that depth perception, with it getting dark sooner, anything that you can do to have the lighting be appropriate for someone with Alzheimer's is going to be a great help to them.
That helps them emotionally, psychologically, and also physically too. If the hallway is better lit, that reduces the chance of them falling.
Absolutely.
Tips this morning. April, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
All that you all do. For more information, you can visit alzheimers.org or you can call 24/7. The helpline is 800-272-3900. In case you missed any of our segment, we'll of course post this for you on our website, WDBJ7.com. Just click on the morning page. Stay with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.